This survey of American beliefs showed that Americans, at a rate of between 48 and 51%, don't believe in evolution, which is like half. And on top of that 50-odd%, a further 38 to 40% of Americans believe that biological evolution has occurred, but believe that it was initiated by and has since been kind of administered by God. Leaving a very small percentage of Americans who are right.
Evolution means that something has become something from something else, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, if we're from apes, why are the apes still here?
Behold, the atheist's nightmare. If we're descended from chimpanzees, how come there are still chimpanzees? Well, we're not descended from chimpanzees. We're both descended from a common ancestor who lived there about 6 million years ago. That common ancestor then produced two branches, one of which went to us humans, and one of which went to chimpanzees, branching further to produce bonobos and common chimpanzees. We are all cousins. We are not descended from chimpanzees.
When did they catch on to that? Why did they not? What is their problem with science? We're in the future now. This is the 21st century. It should be science fiction at this point. And all they will deal with is fiction. Were they beaten by nerds in chemistry classes? Did they burn their hands on Bunsen burners?
It's true for you.
Quite interesting.
See, I believe. You mean true for you is different from true for anybody else? How can something be
absolutely,
true for you?
because I can't.
Something's either got to be true or not.
How do I take a leak if I have to wake up a few million years to do that?
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
Well, if I was to go to the toilet, you know,
yes.
I mean, how did we evolve with the ability to release waste?
The problem arises is if you have a religious philosophy that is not based in objective realities that you then want to put in the science classroom. Then I'm going to stand there and say, no, I'm not going to allow you in the science classroom. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you in the science class, you're not doing science. This is not science. Keep it out. That's when I stand up. Otherwise, go ahead. I'm not.
Were they
telling
beaten
you how to think.
by nerds in chemistry classes? Did they burn their hands on Bunsen burners?
Oh, we didn't come from monkeys. We didn't swing from trees. We're not a piece of seaweed blowing in the breeze.
Darwin took us forward to a hilltop, from where we could look back and see the way from which we came. But for this insight and for this knowledge, we must abandon our faith in the pleasant poetry of Genesis.
We must not abandon faith. Faith is the most important thing.
Then why did God point us with the power to think, Mr. Brady? Why do you deny the one faculty of man that raises him above the other creatures?
When did they catch on to that? Why did they not? What is their problem?
Because if you're going to come on
science?
here having no knowledge of what we're actually discussing and having a significant failure of understanding with regard to what a scientific theory is, and make claims that evolution is just a theory, creationism is a fact, evolution is a religion, you don't get any more time on the show. Sorry. Visit Talk Origins. The answer is there. You can feel free to email us, tv@atheist-community.org. I'll be happy to have a discussion with you. But you don't get to come on here and spread the footnote soundbite versions directly from the Discovery Institute that simply aren't true.
It's us again, a camp on WFMU, as always. And here is Stronger Than Jesus.
Told you love is the Alpha and Omega, and that your heart will lead you to the only one. It's a curse, it's the hammer that will break you. It's a poison hidden in a bonbon. Don't you know love is strong? you know